Today, I'm building a giant chocolate factory filled up with all different candy-themed rooms, including a massive chocolate river. And I already have the perfect spot to build this thing. So I began terraforming a nice big area for us to build upon. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Now, let's take some grass and build a chocolate factory outline. Oh yeah, this is going to be a massive factory. So, if I was gonna pull this crazy build off, I needed to go get some candy-themed inspiration. So I hopped in my car and drove down to a nearby candy shop, who actually built their store out of candy. The perfect inspiration. And after studying all the different colors and textures of the candy, I was ready to go build. Also, I may have eaten an outrageous amount of candy while I was out there, but who cares? It's for the video. So, I think the perfect blocks for this factory are going to be purple and yellow concrete, as well as a bunch of stone, so we have some color variation. And to nobody's surprise, I don't have any of that, except for you. Let's do this. First off, a quick little pit stop at my concrete farm, because this farm is absolutely overpowered. Oh yeah. And now, we're going to hit the mines to collect our stone. And as I collect the rest of these materials, please subscribe and hit the bell. All right, I would say that's probably enough blocks to start with. Now, let's see what we can do with them. So, we're gonna start off by replacing these grass blocks with tuff, and then raising up the walls with stone bricks. Actually, maybe I should put this like one block in so the building has more like dimension to it. Yeah, that's better. So after raising up this simple wall pattern, I sprinkled in some other cool blocks, like polished andesite, smooth stone, and even a little bit of cyan terracotta. Now we're gonna hop onto the roof and put our purple concrete to use by placing it here across this entire platform. And the reason we're doing this is once the roofs are all complete, I can then continue scaling up these walls over here and make the factory super tall and epic. And a little bit later, here is what we got. So, what do you guys think? I added in a ton of details like some purple concrete powder, like some yellow roofs up there, and of course, just made it significantly taller. But it's still pretty bland, so I'm gonna add a few more details on the front of this thing, like some small purple towers, a big yellow front window, some realistic factory pipes, and last but certainly not least, a grand master entrance. I'm just kidding. 3, 2, 1, main entrance is done. Well, almost done. But now if we fly far away, this thing looks unreal. The perfect building for our chocolate factory. Wait, actually, I just realized I didn't actually build the back of the factory. I just built the front of it. Which means if we're gonna accomplish all of our plans today, I'm probably gonna need to expand this thing. So I collected a ton of materials and created this giant custom terrain to put the rest of the factory on. Then I built out the sides with these super long extension pieces and these unique rounded corner buildings. And finally, I built a giant cube in the back so we have a huge area for all the candy rooms. Okay, that took me like 24 hours to complete, but ladies and gentlemen, this factory is complete. Oh, just look at it. It's marvelous. And it looks like the sheep are eating all my grass. Bad boy. I still have the door here. I don't know why I kept this here, but I kind of love it. But now, with the factory exterior complete, it is time for the fun part, which is making all the candy-themed rooms. So, inside of this factory, my goal is to build 9 unique rooms to include things like a lollipop garden, cotton candy clouds, and a delicious ice cream sundae room, which are being marked by these red wool squares. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is build a giant hallway so we can access all the rooms. So let's collect some more blocks and extend this floor all the way across the factory. Now we're just gonna raise the walls up and make an entrance into each room. And as for these strange holes I left in here, we're gonna get to these later. Farzy has a sick idea. Okay, enough third person talking. Let's keep building. And there we go. As you can see, we built some really cool smooth stone walls and these really fancy pillars and archways just for the cherry on top. Now to make these doors. So for each door, I want to use this deep slate to make like a grand entrance, almost like an archway like that up there, but in the door itself. Carrying on, let's raise these things up a little bit. Then we're going to take out some deep slate stairs and kind of play with the texture a bit, something like this. No, I can do better. Now, this is how you make an entrance into a candy room. Now, let's go make like 8 more of these things. But after building all 9 of these entrances, we encountered a problem. I realized that these current wool outlines were actually gonna be a bit too small. Because after all, I had some big plans for these candy rooms. So after doing this weird thing called math, I created an entirely new factory layout that gives a ton of space for every single room. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, with all these rooms ready to roll, it is officially candy time. Starting off right here with a licorice room. A giant room dedicated to farming these tall red and black licorice stalks. So, after studying the shape and texture of this candy, I had the perfect idea for this room. So this room is gonna need red and black terracotta for the licorice, a bunch of crimson nelium for the floor, and just a ton of these random nether blocks for decorations. Oh, wait, that's not the right block at all. That's like a skeleton's face. What block is this? Chiseled nether brick? How do I have this? Who scammed me? But all right, let's get some blocks. First off, let's get our terracotta. Now, I'm already seeing tons of red, which is really good. Oh, I also have a beacon here. Oh my gosh. We are going to collect this stuff at lightning speed. Oh, perhaps too quick. My inventory is full. Sorry. That's much better. That should be good. Now I just gotta get some black terracotta. I am not seeing anything. Looks like we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Oh, squids, where are you? I need to borrow your ink for black dye. Oh, hello there. Give me your ink sack. Thank you. Oh, what are you? Bro, you're in the wrong family, bro. Have you seen a mirror recently, bro? You're not blue. I kind of feel bad for him. He's like a misfit. Well, misfit no more. I'm taking you home with me. It's fine. He hates the ocean anyways. And perfect. Now all that's left is a quick nether adventure to get our nylium and our nether bricks. Hello, Nether City. Looking beautiful as always. But we're on a mission. Oh yeah, this is the stuff we're looking for. Crimson nylium. That's the wrong pickaxe. 1 second. There we go. Much better. You know what, guys? These hanging vines might be a perfect licorice block to add in too. Like, look at that. It literally looks like licorice. I am stealing all of these. Hey, I don't care. I'm taking it. And now for the final piece of the puzzle, I'm taking some nether brick. Oh, that's actually a very bad place to start mining. Let's try this somewhere else, shall we? Like right over here. Perfect. So let's lay down this nelium floor. Nylium? I don't even know how to say this word. But whatever it is, it looks like candy. Okay, if I just hear zombies in every wall, like what is the point of lighting? Oh, well, I guess there is no lighting in here. I'm sorry, sir. I'll take care of that later. Now we're gonna take out our terracotta and we're gonna make some of these giant licorice stalks. But I think how I want to do this is I want to like swirl black and red because like licorice is like twisty. It's like tangly. You know what I mean? So in my head, it should look kind of like this, right? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I actually don't hate that. It kind of looks like a giant worm as well, but I see it as licorice. So I built a few more of the licorice stalks. Some with terracotta and others with nether wart. And it looked absolutely epic. Now, I'm gonna take out my nether brick, and I'm actually gonna coat the walls in this stuff just to make it look all red and licorice-y. That's probably not a word, but you get the idea. Oh, that is glorious. It just makes the licorice pop so much more. It looks like way more colorful and epic now. Oh, I love it. Now, last but not least, all we gotta do is sprinkle some little licorice all over the ground and these vines up on the ceiling, I think. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yes, this is perfect. Oh. Okay. That's That's enough licorice. But after getting a new totem and putting some bone meal down, our licorice room is complete. On to the next room. A beautiful lush forest where all the trees are replaced with giant delicious lollipops. And I'm not just talking about little small lollipops like this guy. I'm talking about those big swirly ones like this bad boy. So, for the floor of this forest, I'm gonna use moss and then use some glass to make like a river in the middle. Then on top of this land, we're gonna use fences and concrete to make giant lollipops. Oh, do you want a lollipop? Wait, actually, you look very similar to that lollipop color. Yeah, that's right. Don't read the ingredients on my candy. Let's just say these lollipops are organic. Let's go get some materials. So first off, I need to find a lush cave to get a whole bunch of this moss right here. Because, I mean, I could just take all this moss, but I like my land. To the caves we go. So I scoured all the nearby caves until I finally found a lush cave. Oh, what is that I see? I think we found what we're looking for. I'll be taking a whole bunch of this. Now we're just gonna mine some lapis for our blue glass. And finally, some spruce wood from the nearby forest for our lollipop sticks. And of course, we also got a whole bunch of fences and concrete. All right, let's go build this thing. All right, so first off, we're gonna raise up the moss and make a nice kind of like mountainous hilly area. Because after all, this is gonna be a forest. Yeah, I'd say that looks like normal-ish terrain. I mean, it's not perfect, but neither am I. Carrying on, as you can see, I left these giant gaps here because here is where the river is gonna go using our light blue glass. Although I am realizing as I place this, it's very see-through. Probably because that's how glass works. So instead, how about we put some light blue concrete underneath here so it has kind of like a backdrop. And now with the river looking absolutely spectacular, it's now time for our main attraction, which is going to be the giant lollipop trees. So basically, I'm just gonna raise this like trunk thing up, probably like 4 or 5 blocks tall. And now I'm gonna have to make my swirly lollipop idea. So I'm gonna just make like a circle and just kind of like literally just like swirl it like that, I think. A lot of swirling of blocks today. This is like a new thing for me. And there we go. Nice and swirly. Now I'm just gonna make a whole bunch more of these using all different colors of concrete. That looks unreal. Oh, this thing came out so good. Look at these bad boys. They're actually like amazing. But as I was building that, I did think of one more detail I want to add, which is perfect. These crimson mushrooms, because they look kind of like really stubby lollipops. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, guys. This place looks pretty much all good on the terrain side of things. So all that's left is just to build some custom walls. And for that, I used some of our excess red terracotta to smelt it into glazed terracotta, which when mixed with the white concrete made a super cool candy background. Lollipop forest complete. Carrying on, our next room was the gingerbread village, which as the name suggests is a room full of gingerbread houses and giant candy canes. But unfortunately, I don't have a real life visual of a gingerbread house because it's not winter. But fear not, because a few years ago, I built a gigantic gingerbread house in Minecraft. So I actually have real Minecraft inspiration instead, which is gonna make this gingerbread room super easy. So the main block I used for this was a bunch of mud bricks and then quartz. And for the giant candy canes, looks like wool was our block of choice. But all right, let's go get some materials, starting off with our packed mud. Oh, there it is, the mangrove swamp, which is the perfect place to get a whole bunch of this mud. Packed mud. Oh, I need wheat. What? Well, this may take longer than I thought, but we gotta do it. And this is what we're talking about. Now we just need to go to the nether to get our quartz. But after collecting all of our quartz and some red wool, I was ready to build this gingerbread village. So, since this is a gingerbread village, we're gonna start by putting the gingerbread blocks themselves on the ground. And now this is gonna be the perfect contrast for using mud bricks as the walls. But of course, I still gotta find a way to incorporate all this icing. So maybe I'll like break up some of this and just put like an icing strip like down the middle. And I guess we'll just kind of see how that looks. Okay, well, it looks awesome, but that took me like 2 hours to do. So was it worth it? Probably not, but it looks cool, so I like it. And finally, I had to turn this gingerbread room into a gingerbread village, which required me to build all these houses, roads, and giant candy canes. And there we are, a beautiful gingerbread house village going down the street where we have all these beautiful buildings and candy cane spires. Oh, and this thing, I also built like a deconstructed house where like they're in the process of building it because it is gingerbread and everyone builds a gingerbread house. Get it? It's like a pun. I'm not funny, am I? But I would say this room is just about... I was gonna say complete, but I have an idea. BRB, if we're gonna have a gingerbread village, I need some gingerbread men. And I think these little brown bunnies make the perfect gingerbread man. Come here. Get over here. Yes, I got one. You guys see the vision, right? He's small, he's kind of tan, like he looks like a gingerbread cookie. Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat you. I'm just gonna lock you away for a long time. I think it's perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our gingerbread men. All right, everybody, be free. Go enjoy your new home. No escaping, no escaping, no escaping. I got my eyes on you guys. Gingerbread village complete. Now, with the first 3 rooms out of the way, it was time for our 4th room, which is gonna be our cotton candy cloud room. But the problem is, because of the gingerbread village and the chocolate river that's gonna go in there, there's not really much space in this area. So we're gonna have to get creative. So we dug deep into the earth and transformed all this unused land into a giant empty room. All right, now let's go build some cotton candy clouds. And to do that, I got some real cotton candy, which was actually really helpful. But now my hands are all sticky. Okay, so first off, since we're making cotton candy clouds, I want it to kind of be like floating in the sky. So I think it'd be pretty cool if we used blue blocks to be like the sky, then the clouds can sit on top of it. Now, if I'm correct, I think I might have some light blue concrete in here somewhere. Ooh, okay, I got a lot of the powder, which I guess works. Yeah, why not? Let's use this. And then for the actual cotton candy itself, we're gonna use light blue wool and pink wool. Soft, fluffy, and looks delicious. Kids, don't eat wool, just for clarity. Let's get to building. Hey, go back in your room. Where are you going? That's what I thought. Stupid gingerbread man, go. All right, you know what? I don't care anymore. Be free if you want. So after placing our sky blocks on the floor, I began filling up this room with puffy cotton candy clouds. I mean, it looks good, but something is still missing here. I wouldn't say this is cotton candy material yet. Wait, I got it. Candy colored glass all over this thing. And let's see how that would look. I don't even need to say it. That is the move. Now it looks more fuzzy and realistic. Well, minus the lines on the glass. Oh well, good enough for me. And that is much better. Oh, but wait, one more thing. I'm sorry. I just realized every sky has a sun. So I need to build one. I mean, come on, guys. That's a pretty good idea, right? Cotton candy cloud room complete. And now that we've built these 4 rooms, the factory is just about halfway done. But before we carry on to these other rooms, I gotta take care of something really important. Last episode, I said if the video got 5,000 likes, I would do whatever the top comment says. And you guys absolutely smashed it. And the top comment I saw told me to go to the Nether with no items and only come back when I get a new portal, which definitely sounds terrifying, but a deal is a deal. Step 1, take all my gear and put it in a shulker box. Step 2, run really far away and make a brand new Nether portal. And step 3, light the portal, throw the flint and steel away, and survive. All right, where are we? Oh, okay, hello. That is a clutch spawn right next to a fortress and Nether trees. Gimme this wood. Sticks, and then we can make some wooden tools. Okay, I gotta go straight speedrun style now. I gotta find a way to get stone tools and iron tools. Is this a stone? Can I make stone with this? Please, 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 please. No. But maybe if I go inside this fortress, there'll be some loot in here. I am so afraid right now because, oh, there's a chest. Never mind. Gold, not really helpful, but it is armor, so I'll take it. I see another chest. More gold. Okay, this is not really helpful. On the bright side, I can at least craft some armor. But we gotta find some iron fast. Oh, and food. Oh, no. Oh, you guys like me now because I'm wearing gold. Oh, that's so clutch. Wait, actually, can you guys, like, give me stuff with that? Oh, I thought it was netherite. Okay, never mind. But okay, that's a strat. Get gold, trade with the pigmen. Nope, Blaze. Nope. I'm really not enjoying this challenge right now. Please. Iron. Oh, which means I can make a shield. That is so clutch. How do I do this? Okay, let's go find some food and some gold. Oh, even better, diamonds. Okay, that means I can make a pickaxe, which means I can get obsidian. And I have flint and steel. Oh, we're like halfway there. Let me just break out of here, mine some gold, and grab some mushrooms for mushroom stew. And perfect. Wait a second. Oh, that could be a ruined portal. Come on. This is my ticket out of here. Oh, it is. Okay, how much do I got? I got 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that gonna work? Because that guy's there. Oh, it does. Wait, it does? Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh, also, what's in here? Oh, no. Go away. Oh, no. Not like this. Let me go. Okay, bye. Ooh, okay, we're safe. That was a close call. But you guys know the drill. If this video gets 5,000 likes, I will once again do whatever the top comment says. Please do not make it too hard. But now, it's time for us to finish the rest of this factory. Starting off with a rock candy room, which looks really similar to an amethyst geode. Like, look at this thing. So as you can probably expect, we found some geodes and mined a whole bunch of amethyst. And then began transforming one of these rooms into a giant shiny amethyst cave. Not to have a big ego, but I think this is the greatest build of all time. Like, come on, guys. Rock candy room complete. Now, it was almost time for our giant chocolate river. All we had to do was just complete these last few candy rooms. So after Googling some other candy ideas, I decided to make a cookie room filled up with giant chocolate chip cookies, a sticky caramel room using honey blocks and resin, and an ice cream room that had a giant bowl of ice cream in the middle. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, with all 8 candy rooms out of the way, it is now time for our grand finale, which is the giant chocolate river. But if we're gonna make this chocolate river, I'm gonna need a ton of brown dye. Mostly because I used all of mine in this giant cookie room. But don't you worry, Farzy has a plan. So, to get brown dye, we need to get cocoa beans. So, since this is a chocolate factory, I figure, why not make a giant cocoa farm inside of it? Thereby making this place a real, fully functional chocolate factory. All right, so first off, we're gonna fly over here to this nearby jungle to get cocoa beans. Because if we're gonna make a massive chocolate farm, I'm gonna need a lot of them. And by a lot, I mean more than one. I don't see any. Aha! I see you! Now we just need like a few hundred more of those. It's time to explore the jungle. Okay, we're good. Stop! No, we're not. Now we're good. Now, I just gotta pick a location of where the chocolate farm's gonna go. My first idea was to put it in the chocolate river room, but it's gonna be kind of an ugly farm, right? So I kind of want to hide it somewhere less visible. Oh. Wait a second. I think I might have an idea. Most real-life factories have giant chimneys on top, and our chocolate factory does not. So I farmed up a whole bunch of purple and yellow concrete and started building some giant chimneys. So I'm thinking something kind of like this, where it's like one main circle tower in the middle and then 2 smaller ones on the outside. Now we just need to build this thing up really tall and have it go through the clouds, because I did not realize how tall this build is. And that is one gigantic chimney. Which also makes me think maybe I shouldn't make these all so big, because that's gonna be a lot of trips to my concrete farm. And I think that should suffice. But now, the whole reason we even did this build is so we can put our cocoa bean factory inside of the giant chimney. So first off, let's break open this entire roof, which is gonna give the cocoa beans a straight shot down to the factory. So my plan is to put the cocoa beans on a log like how they normally are, but then behind it put a piston down that can push it and hopefully break these things. Let's see. Oh yeah, that works. So So basically, I just need to make a really big version of that farm. So after collecting some redstone, slime balls, and jungle wood, we began building this giant farm contraption. I actually decided to add 4 farms. There's one on each side, so it's even better. But this thing is a very big redstone contraption. It's complicated. It hurt my brain, but it should work. But there's only one way to find out. Let's place the button and click it. And yup, if you can see that, all of these things are indeed moving. Oh, but now I gotta put all the cocoa beans on the side of this thing. I didn't fully think this through yet. And okay, that task is done. But as we let our cocoa beans grow, I connected the redstone into the factory. And okay, this thing is looking very massive and very sick. So basically, we have this redstone line that goes all the way up to our cocoa bean farm, all the way up there. And then inside the factory, it all connects to one button where if I flick that button with an arrow, the whole thing's gonna start and give me cocoa beans. Now, all we gotta do is make a collection system for all the cocoa to drop into. And perfect. All right, guys, let's try this thing. Let's assemble our arrow, aim correctly, and let's get infinite cocoa beans. Come on. Oh, I see him. Yes! Yo, my chocolate factory actually works. And oh my gosh, there's so many stacks. Okay, this is a fire farm, which now means we have enough chocolate to make our chocolate river. So when I picture a chocolate river, I imagine this lush green area with a rich chocolate river right in the middle of it. So I'm thinking lime wool and concrete for the pasture, and a whole bunch of different brown blocks for the chocolate river itself. And as you guys can see, I'm thinking brown glass would be a really cool addition. So all right, let's go grab some blocks and build this thing. All right, let's do this. So first off, we used our green blocks to make this nice hilly terrain. Then we filled up this empty channel with chocolate river blocks. And finally, we built this pipe in the wall for the chocolate river to flow out of. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can officially say our chocolate river is complete, which will be the new home to our old friend, Mr. Misfit Fish. You enjoy it here, buddy. It's much better than the ocean. And if you guys remember, I did have these holes in the factory that I didn't do anything with yet, but let's change that. In every single hole, I want to make a little chocolate pool so anyone in the factory can come get free chocolate whenever they want at these little pod pool thingies. Oh yeah, that looks sick. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we are now officially done with the entire chocolate factory. So that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. So until then, goodbye.